What are the best cryptocurrencies to invest in 2022? One cannot deny the fact that the cryptocurrency market is one of the most volatile yet fast-moving markets. In 2021, this became obvious as cryptocurrency prices rose and fell so quickly. Taking such volatility into account, what 2022 has in store for these digital currencies is something that all the investors are looking forward to. From Bitcoin and Ethereum to Dogecoin and Tether, there are thousands of different cryptocurrencies, which can make it overwhelming when you're first getting started in the world of crypto. Who will be the forerunner? We don't know, but we're looking forward to finding out. For today's video, exclusive for our Crypto Clips members, we are going to talk about the best cryptocurrencies that you can invest in this year. Aside from that, we are going to find a safe investing strategy for generating the highest returns because we wouldn't want to throw our money into random coins and then hope that Elon Musk would tweet about it. Now you don't have to worry about the credibility of this video because we have found 3 Reddit users that have recently and independently posted their full analysis cumulatively dating back to 2013. From their research, they have identified the biggest winners and losers across 2,500 cryptocurrencies to find a way to index the entire market that gives you the best chance at making money. What they have found is so enlightening that we have to talk about it because we believe that this will seriously help you out. And without further ado, let's get into the video. The first study that we are going to explore is from the Reddit user Milonuttigrain. This user did a full analysis of the top 200 coins in January 2020 to know which ones did the best with returns of more than 10,000%. He also included the ones who did the worst returns, meaning it gave the investors absolutely nothing. Now, what's shocking about this top 200 list that he made is that out of the 200 coins on the list, 120 of them are no longer there. This means that almost all of those ranked have not kept up with the market and have fallen. However, we have to note that market cap ranking is not always in correlation with price. For example, if a coin ranked at 10 has a market cap of $30 billion in trades for $1 each, there is still a possibility for it to lose its rank because other coins just do better even if it has the same worth of market cap at $1 each. Nonetheless, the top 50 coins on the list have more or less stayed exactly the same, with over 90% holding and growing in price. In the top 20, after one full year, only one of them is entirely gone, and that is the G999. And if you have heard or researched about this coin, then you know that this was a blatant pump and a scam from the very beginning. It was created as an obscure altcoin whose only achievement was being listed on the CoinMarketCap and Etherscan. Even their trading volume was fabricated to gain enough momentum to begin generating some excitement for it to turn into a complete failure. Regardless of that, it has still made its way into the top 20 before it became completely nothing. Another thing that this user has shared is that unlike stocks or other investments that are pretty alike, diversification would have hurt and lowered your return during this time frame. Aside from that, within the top 200, the majority of the returns were concentrated into the top 2. And yes, it's basically just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Even if the other coins did well with an average of about 1,000%, Bitcoin and Ethereum really carried the majority of the market, which is a good thing if you have just invested in those two. It's not uncommon to hear stories about someone investing $1,000 and then it turned into millions. But the truth in these stories is that only 5 coins have a return in excess of 10,000%. Take note that this is 5 out of 250 options. So if you have randomly invested in these coins, you have a 2.5% chance of picking the right coin with a risk of other coins that can significantly affect your return. And by significant, I mean significant. These coins drop from anywhere between 90 to 100%, which is obviously not good. So if you have bought each cryptocurrency from the top 200 equally, you would have seen an average return of 1,200%, which is nothing considering that the S&P 500 was up 30% during that same time frame. Betting into the top 2 coins was just probably it. Otherwise, you're risking on the 1 in 50 chance that you'll get a 10,000% return with a risk of losing everything. We're not done yet because the same user has further analyzed the market over the last 4 years starting in November 2017. It was during that time that the crypto market was about to explode. Even though the total market cap has increased about 10 times from 231 billion to 2.6 trillion, only 8 of these coins have stayed in the top 30 from then until now. And these coins are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tether, Cardano, Ripple, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Stellar. and the rest have fallen and probably not talked about by anyone. Another thing to take note of is that Bitcoin's dominance in the market has remained, while other coins such as Ethereum and meme coins have been declining. And if we go back to the top 30 on the list, 10 of them are seen to have a slight increase in market cap, although as other new coins are being introduced, they take over new spots and bump the old coins further down the list. Now, if we look back to 2017, QZ reported the top 10 crypto assets of 2017, of which Ripple has a 36,000 ROI, and if you put that beside with Bitcoin, it's far from close. But today, we will show you what happens if you had invested $100 in each of the following coins starting January 1, 2018. With Ripple, your 100 would now be worth $43 with a loss of 57% over the last 4 years. A $100 in NEM would be worth $15 with an 85% loss. With ARDR, your $100 would be worth $18 with a loss of 82%. And to save your time, here are the results of each crypto. If you had invested $1,000, you would have had this return, which is incredible because 80% of those coins have lost an average of over 50%. But if we remove Binance here, your overall return would drop to a loss of 18%. One thing we learned from this is that past performance is not the only factor that the coin will be successful in the future. But what if there's another strategy out there that works better? And that is from our second Reddit user, Joe M4. He has a blog called top10cryptoindexfund.com, wherein he tracks investments in the top 10 cryptocurrencies regularly starting in January 2018. Since we're fast approaching the 4-year mark, his returns and strategies should give us more insight into how and where are the biggest returns come from. Instead of buying from one of the top 10 coins, he invested $100 into the whole top 10 coins starting from December 31, 2017. So that's a total of $1,000, and he let it ride the whole year. So how much do you think this guy made in the next 12 months? $2,000? $3,000? $5,000? But if you said an 84% loss, then you're right. His $1,000 investment turned into $150. Even Bitcoin couldn't save its investment as it fell into a loss of 70%, and 4 of the top 10 coins were no longer in the top 10 by the end of the year. So we could say that 2018 wasn't just his year. But that did not stop him. On January 1, 2019, he did the same strategy. He bought $100 each into the top 10 coins. However, this time, there was a difference. Cardano was replaced by EOS, IOTA was replaced by Tether, NEM was replaced by Bitcoin SV, and Dash was replaced by Tron. So what did happen? During the time when the S&P was up at 28%, the crypto portfolio was just about 1.74. Yep, that was it. But this man didn't give up. And yes, for the third time, he repeated the same strategy in 2020. Though most coins added to the list were new, they were still exactly the same in a way that 5 of the coins were in the loss, including Ripple, which was really hit hard when the SEC got their hands on it. However, the other coins that weren't in loss really did well, which resulted in a return of almost 140%. And in 2021, he did the investing strategy again with the introduction of Chainlink, Binance Coin, Cardano, and Polkadot. What's incredible is that during that year, almost all of them were positive with a total return of nearly $5,000. And now if we combine the 4-year returns, we could see that all of them are now up a significant amount, even with the previous 84% loss in 2018. He also noted that if you put all this together, it has a 514% return compared to the S&P 500's return of 56%. Now, out of all the strategies we've come across, this one was the most realistic that we can find in the Market Sentiment blog. This person has been analyzing a lot of interesting topics before, like the best time to buy an IPO if you should follow the Congress's stock picks, and which stock predictions end up doing the best. However, this time, he analyzed cryptocurrencies to find a way to beat the market without ending up with a need to join Squid Game. To achieve this, he has extracted the daily trading data from more than 300 different exchanges and almost 2,000 coins just to find the commonalities based on historic price, market capital, and even the trading volume. And the result was completely shocking. He found out that when you compare the first listing price of a coin on an exchange with its current price, only 40% have gained in value. So if you blindly bought everything that comes available in the market, then you should have about 60% of them at loss. However, if those cryptocurrencies at the 40% went up, then you would know that it really did well, which is why the average gain across this 40% was 3,048%. But what's more interesting is that if you remove the top 1% of this great crypto, the return would drop down to 641%. And if you remove the top 5%, you would have the same return if you invest in the S&P 500. So what does this mean for us? Even if those 40% of crypto did good or has a return, only 2% of those cryptos actually gained enough to push your return higher than the stock market. Don't worry, because Market Sentiment has shared how to try to capitalize on that 2% that goes up a lot. Here is what he found. What he found out based on his past performance was the most reliable method of investing is simply to buy an equal amount of the top 10 coins every month and then wait. That's simply it. Because the goal is to create a strategy that does not require high levels of work, but also does not rely solely on luck. This would be a strategy that the average person could do and be successful with. He also mentioned that doing an equal split would take you on a much higher risk as you are investing in smaller cryptos and that you are being rewarded for the extra risk you took. With this, we learned that a long-term hold has so far produced a positive return in excess of that of the stock market. This leads us to believe that the most effective way to invest is to just buy the coins and wait. And those coins would include Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Tether, Solana, Cardano, XRP, Polkadot, USDC, and Dogecoin. And if we exclude the stable coins, we would have to include Avalanche and Shiba Inu. And although it is possible to create a portfolio like this, you have to expect a subsequent drop of up to 85% and may not even recover. But if you have extra money to risk and are willing to hold on to it as an investment, then investing a small amount of your portfolio in this experiment could generate a positive return. With markets that can change in the blink of an eye and no way of knowing when you will be able to earn back the funds that you invested, it's important to remember to not invest more than you are willing to lose. And with all the strategies that we have come across, this one seems the most reasonable. However, one more thing to consider is that historically, the biggest returns have come from investing both in Bitcoin and Ethereum. Investing $100 a week has given you a 548% return from Bitcoin and a 1,421% return from Ethereum over 4 years. So for those who are new in crypto, this would be the safest approach. However, every study has shown us that the more you wander from the top 5, the greater the risk. And the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. And that is why we believe that the top 10 crypto to buy today are the top 10 crypto by market cap last 2021. Yes, they might not be those cryptos with 20,000% return, but they tend to be the most stable and have the highest chance of giving you a positive return in the long run. There you have our Crypto Clips video for today. So, which strategy are you following? What coins are you going to buy today? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like this video. If you think that we have delivered value, please share this video with one person. Just one share is enough for us, for you to show your appreciation for the commitment and hard work we all put together in creating this video that teaches and helps you on your mission of building your own fortune. And you don't know that one share could go a long way. And keep in mind that no matter how many times you're going to watch this video, you won't see any results unless you take action. Goodbye and see you at the next one.